you're watching this video, then you are looking to become a funded trader, and you're probably looking around at the different prop firms. You've seen FTMO, My Forex Funds, E8 Funding, many different companies out there, and you're kind of stuck which one you actually want to go with, which one you want to put your hard-earned money into, taking the challenge, passing the challenges, and then getting a profit split on the funded stages. So today I'm going to go through a few steps in which you can actually look for to find out which company you want to go with and which company you kind of are going to want to trust and fit your personal trading style. Because obviously if you're a scalper, you're going to maybe want a different prop firm to, let's say, a swing trader. Maybe there's set rules, set trading periods, profit splits, many different reasons why you'd actually want to do this. So today I'm going to go through the different reasons, the different things to look out for when you're looking for a prop firm to choose. Before we start the video, be sure to check out my Instagram, screenshot there of my lovely Instagram page, and you guys can go and check that out. There's a lot of fake accounts out there, so be sure to either follow the link in the description or use this page here, and do not get scammed. I will never message you first, and I will never follow you. Little tip for you guys to not get scammed. Let's move on to step one. Step one is quite an obvious one, but check the credibility of the prop firm. If you just go blindly into a new firm, you haven't checked their reviews, you haven't checked their Trustpilot, which is obviously a review sort of site, you can get scammed very easily. Let's say you're going into finding out a prop firm. Maybe you could go on YouTube, type in prop firm review, prop firm payout. So then you've seen people that have actually experienced the multiple stages and the funded process, and they've actually received the payout. Go on their reviews. Do they actually pay out their clients? Do they have any issues with slippage? Do they have any issues with their servers? These are all things you're actually going to want to look out for, because if they get regular slippage, you could be risking 1% on the trade, and instead you lose 3 or 4% because of that simple error that they have with their server, and price gets slipped a lot. So you have obviously got to be mindful of this. And if you see a company that a lot of reviews and a lot of people saying they either have delayed payouts, they change the rules, they change the profit splits, which you're actually going to get. I've seen some people where they make up a rule so that then the person doesn't get paid out, or they get half of their profits because they broke a rule, which actually wasn't a rule. So you've got to be careful of this too. And a lot of the companies nowadays, they're trying to lure you in, offer either shorter trading periods, higher profit splits, lower targets to make, and these are kind of just to draw you in. So they're obviously the cheapest and best out there on the market. Let's say they're £100 less to take the challenge. People are going to want to go with that one. You have to make 2% less on the challenge. People are going to go with that one, because obviously it's easier and cheaper to pass. So people are going to naturally, gravitate towards that prop firm. And this is where you got to check the reviews. They might just be too good to be true, and that's just a simple fact about it. Step two, you're going to want to look out for the profit targets which you actually have to make. This is very key, and this is where a lot of people actually go wrong when now actually taking a challenge for the first time. So let's say that in your personal trading, you only make 5% per month. You're not going to want to go straight into FTMO that requires you to make 10% in that first month. You could risk 2%, you could risk 2%, then you make 10%, but I'd say if you're not really making the amount to pass regularly or consistently in your trading on your personal account, or maybe on the free trial of that particular prop firm, then with the added pressure of the challenge, with the £1,000 on the line, it's going to be even harder for you to actually, remain in that correct mental state and, trade the exact same as you would normally. I'd say, let's say you're making 8% per month, and then you're going to go for a FTMO which is 10%. Why not just go for a company that has the good reviews, has everything else that you want, but you only are required to make 8% in that first month? And obviously after you've made the first 8% or the first 10%, then it's a lot easier, because then second stage you only have to make either 4 or 5% on a lot of these firms. And then obviously on the funded stage you have no profit targets, so you can kind of just trade as you would normally. And 5% a month is very good income. I think the stats are, if you make 2.1% a month on a 400k account, you make 6 figures a year. Obviously this is pre-tax and all the expenses, but 6 figures from prop firms making 2.1% a month. People out here trying to force 20%, 30%, 40%. Just be careful. But yeah, if you're only making 4 to 5% a month, then you're kind of forced to risk more per trade or enter more trades, which can then yet again be a reason why people fail. They're forced to risk more. If they risk more, they'll lose more. Obviously, let's say they go on a losing streak, they'll be down. To lose 10% on a prop firm challenge is only 5 losing trades, risking 2%. Whereas if you're risking 1%, you only have to lose 10 trades, and obviously lower the risk, the more trades you can actually lose. Step 3 is trading rules. You're going to want to check the rules on the challenge, the verification, and the funded account, because these can vary quite a lot. Because I think some of them allow you to trade news on the challenges, but on the funded accounts, you're not allowed to trade the news. Things like this, little details which you actually have to go in and read. You know, let's say you have a question which you can't see on their website, on the frequently asked questions, let's say, or their specific trading rules page, then just a lot of them offer live chats. Go on the live chat, ask your question, you'll get an answer relatively quickly, and then you can kind of clear up any issues you have. For example, if you're a scalper, you've got to be careful that the company doesn't have a maximum lot limit, because if you're using low time frames, smaller stop loss sizes, with these big accounts, you're going to be using large lot sizes. If they have a max, let's say 25 lots or 20 lots on a trade, but then you calculate your risk and you're meant to be risking 60 lots, 70 lots, you're going to be risking a lot less. You're going to have to enter multiple positions. It's going to be a lot trickier. So you're probably going to want to avoid this sort of company if you are a scalper. On the other hand, if you are a swing trader, or let's just say, I don't really think you can position trade whilst trading a prop firm. It would be quite tricky because of the time periods, but you're going to want to check that you can trade through news, because if you can't trade through news, if you can't hold trades overnight, over the weekends, then you're gonna have to close your trades early. Maybe the whole move hasn't done, you're gonna miss out on profits. You might even have to close in a loss so you don't blow the account or violate any of the rules. So you've got to be mindful of this also. You know, even if you're a day trader, you're holding a trade over the weekend, or your trade is not done, you want to hold through the news. Are you allowed to do this? This is stuff you actually have to go onto the website. Can I do this? If not, check another company. Can I do this? Nope. Okay, and so on. So basically check the rules for your specific trading style, because you can get caught out very, very quickly. Moving on to step 4, and this is trading periods. You know, some people don't really want to be trading 0.01 lot sizes for 10 days after they've passed it on the first stage. And obviously this is to stop people, you know, passing in one day, then getting a payout, and they're not actually a profitable trader. And having these minimum 10 days or minimum 5 days can often help traders to stop them rushing it, to realize, okay, I've got to trade for a minimum 10 days anyway. Why am I trying to pass it on the first stage? A lot of people, they go for these challenges that only offer, or that they offer that you can pass within one day, so minimum 1 trading days. And then people try and pass in that one day to move on to the next stage. They think, okay, if I can pass this in 2 days and get a payout next Wednesday, I can do this with their money. You're kind of taking it all a bit too quickly, and just take a step back, realize that, okay, 5 days, it's not a lot. You know, there's 365 days in a year. To wait 5 days based on 0.01s isn't really a big deal. You know, it's free money at the end of the day once you get to that profit split stage. But, you know, myself personally, at the stage where I'm at with my trading and, you know, overall income wise, I don't really want to wait 10 days either. So I usually go with prop firms which have the 1 to 5 trading days. You know, I can pass a prop firm in 1 or 2 days because I have a certain way of trading for the challenges, which I can pass within 1 or 2 trades, which I've explained in a video before on my channel. One of them, there's a lot on there, but go and check it out. Any of the funded challenges, I've kind of traded a certain scaling strategy, which helps me pass. But let's say you're trading with FTMO, minimum 10 days for each stage, minimum I think 15 days or 14 days for the first payout. So you're thinking that's 35 days before you even get a payout. Whereas if you go for a company, let's say like E8, I think you can pass and get a payout within 8 days or 9 days, something like that, within, you know, passing both stages, trading the payout stage. And this is obviously a lot sooner than 35 days. So people are going to want to go with this company rather than having to wait 35 days. It's quite simple. And number 5, the final tip, is look out for profit splits. Some might come after 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and you've kind of got to be mindful about this. People won't really think it's a big deal, but it can definitely stop you from blowing your accounts. I'd say the sweet spot is between 7 to 14 days. You know, you have 1 to 2 weeks of trading, this is perfect. Whereas let's say you have 30 days of trading before you get that first payout, before you get any payouts, it can force people to overtrade. They have the account, they're in profit, they want to wait for the payout, but they have the account there. They see a setup, they take the setup, it loses. They'll take another one to make that loss back, so then they get their original payout. You know, having these extra days, it kind of forces people, or people feel, you know, obliged to actually just enter to make as much profit as they can within that month, and it can lead to losses. It can lead to a lot of losses as well, especially when you get into that stage and that rabbit hole of just revenge trading, try and make back any losses you actually, you know, made in the first place. So a lot of companies now, they'll offer 7 to 14 day payouts, and I think this is absolutely perfect. You know, 14 days I'd say is the best one. You know, it's 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks of trading, lovely times. You get your payout if you're in profit. Absolutely perfect. And moving on to the final point of the video, it's not really a tip, but you know, there are many different prop firms out there. So if you go through the previous 5 tips I've actually given, if all these check out, if all these look absolutely perfect, they fit your trading style, there's no rules which you're likely to break, they have perfect reviews, a lot of people have had payouts, people only really have good experiences with this company, then perfect. Put your money into them, try them out and see what you can do, see how much profit you can make. You know, I'm not paid to say this, but the companies I actually use are, you know, FTMO, My Forex Funds, E8 Funding, and currently using True Forex Funds. You know, these are the companies I'm trying and using for my personal trading. So, you know, some people might want to try these out. Some people might want to, you know, look into them. But these are the ones I've actually started using at the moment. So if you guys did find this video useful at all, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more prop firm videos or more general Forex videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.